If you've got a dish that really hits the spot, then this is the place for you. Amateur cooking at its very best. It is Britain's best dish.
Coming up today, there's arguments blooming.
But you can eat elements of the garden.
Yeah, you can eat it, but is it nice? Is it flavoursome? No. Yes, it's pretty, but come on.
Kitchen meltdowns.
Has it set?
Whoa,
no, it hasn't.
It's going to be
What
a cream.
a shame.
Watch out. No.
And totally terrifying techniques.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
It's very dangerous, that, actually.
That looks
Don't do that.
terrifying.
Britain's best dish is on the hunt again. Talented amateur cooks from around the country have made it through our tough auditions, but now they need to convince 3 eagle-eyed judges. Each of our contestants believes they're good enough to win one of the biggest prizes in cooking, to see their dish on the menu at the Savoy Hotel.
Hello and welcome to Britain's Best Dish, where the nation's most passionate amateur cooks come to show off their skills on the ultimate stage. Today we are going to be meeting 6 more contestants who have one very special dish that they believe is worthy of recognition. The big question is, can they produce it to perfection in the pressure cooker of the Best Dish kitchen? Well, this week it's all about the southeast of England, and here is what's on the way in the next hour.
It's a family food fight in the starter kitchen today. A brother and sister go head-to-head with their Cypriot-inspired dishes. A rissole stuffed with quail squares up against pork coupes.
Well, we might have quail, duck and chicken on the menu tonight, but rest assured our expert judges will never get in a flap. They are, of course, Ed Baines, Gilly Goulden and John Burton-Race. Now, John, we've had very young competitors on Britain's Best Dish in the past, but I don't think we've ever had siblings, have we?
No, we haven't, but we have had Murray, who was 14 2 years ago. He won the whole competition, so I think it's great that we've got some youngsters cooking here today. And I'd hate to be them, because the pressure is immense anyway on Britain's Best Dish, and to be brother and sister fighting it off against each other, oh dear.
Yes, not easy.
No.
Not easy. Well, I'm sure their mum will be enjoying watching anyway. Ed, what about you? What's caught your eye?
What's caught my eye is, well, if you're thinking of changing channel, don't.
6 anxious cooks are desperate to get started and ruffle a few feathers. So let's put 2 of them out of their misery straight away by welcoming our starter cooks.
It's CGNLucas with her rissole stuffed with quail versus Nicholas Lucas and his pork coupes with a beetroot salad.
Now, this is what they call sibling rivalry. Brother and sister are going head-to-head for a place in Friday's regional final. Good luck to you both. Start cooking now.
I'm CGNLucas and I'm cooking rissole stuffed with quail with a side salad and red wine juice. A rissole comes from Cyprus and it's basically mincemeat with cool fat. I've chosen this dish because I'm Greek and I've also added quail, which is the British element to it. Going up against my brother would be the ultimate question: who is the better cook?
My name is Nicholas Lucas and I am cooking pork gubes with a beetroot salad. A gube is basically a croquette. Its origins are from Cyprus. It's made of bulgur wheat and stuffed with mincemeat. I really want to win because if my sister wins, I will never ever hear the end of it.
So let's see how our starters are getting along. We do have this quite unusual situation, which is sibling rivalry here. And Georgia, do you think that you can beat Nicholas?
Well, hopefully, and I think my dish is from 2 parts of Europe, and I think putting it together would make a fabulous starter.
Nerves kicking in at all?
A tiny bit, but I think we've got Britain's best dish here.
OK, so you are confident. It's lovely to meet you, Georgia.
You
Thank you
too.
very much indeed. Moving over to little brother Nicholas now. You're a year younger, aren't you? So you're just 16.
Yeah,
How's
the
it-
experience. I've got less experience than her, so...
Oh, but I'm hoping that you're going to be able to put up a good fight against her, because you don't want to be beaten by your big sister, do
definitely.
you?
I'll never live it down if she wins.
So, Nicholas, tell me about this dish. It's something that is part of
It's
your
a
mum's
winning-
Greek heritage,
yeah,
is it?
it's a winning dish.
You reckon?
Oh, hopefully.
That's fantastic. I'm really impressed.
I'm going to try my best.
Well, listen, I'm going to be keeping a very, very close eye on what you're doing. Very best of luck to both of you. and let the sibling rivalry commence.
In order to beat her brother's dish today, 17-year-old student Georgia knows she must get everything right.
The bit that's probably the most worrying would be the timing, because I've got to get the quail in the oven quickly so it can cook perfectly.
After mixing the ingredients for the risole, Georgia stuffs it with her quail and wraps in caul fat, a membrane of intestinal fat that will encase the flavours.
She's got quite a complicated technique going on here. I think she could have minced her onion just a little bit finer,
Yeah,
because it's a
big old
very
chunks.
delicate dish, this.
Yeah, the thing is, quail's a very delicate bird, isn't it? And if you add too much to a quail, it completely annihilates it.
She then makes her sauce by adding stock, lemon and red wine to sautéed shallots, always with an eye on the competition.
I love the fact you've got a brother and sister battling it out.
I don't think I could do it. I remember anything with my sister was a nightmare.
Yeah, my brother, he'd come over and sabotage whatever I was doing.
My sister used to chuck a shoe at me.
Georgia prepares her side salad, adding a secret ingredient from the garden.
Here we are, my pet 8. We're going to get these flowers all over the plate.
I'm going to defend Georgia here, because if they're going to look very pretty, they're not going to be offensive to taste, they're going to be very nice.
They don't taste very nice.
No,
But
they're
you
not
can
nice.
eat elements of the garden.
Yeah, you can eat it, but is it nice? Is it flavoursome? No. Yes, it's pretty, but come on.
Nicholas begins by frying pork mince for his traditional Cypriot coupes. But if he's to outshine his sister, there's one key element he must get right.
I'm worried about the bulgur wheat dough, because if it's not the right consistency, it will all crumble and my whole dish will be a disaster.
He chops beetroot for his salad, a vegetable that Jilly knows all about.
Do you know, beetroot has a wonderful, benign way of dealing with your liver and preparing it for anything you might want to throw at it.
Oh, really? So what do you think I should do then? Eat loads of beetroot?
You know, when you have a glass of wine in the evening, it might possibly be...
Help.
Yeah. But mind you might need quite a lot of beetroot.
Right.
It's crunch time for Nicholas as he flattens out his bulgur wheat before spooning on the pork filling.
So the bulgur wheat, was that just bulgur wheat, or did it
Yeah,
have
soaked half an hour.
That was all it was?
You know, like when you make a couscous.
So he just
Nicholas,
got bulgur wheat,
that's right.
which he's managed to get to the right consistency, wet hands, and then he's making it flat and turning it into a parcel. Bit of magic.
And just like his sister's flowers, Nicholas wants to impress with a finishing touch of his own.
Look, he's made a mouse out of a lemon. That is so sweet.
I'd rather have the lemon mouse than the flowers there. Although I don't totally agree with the mouse either.
Coming up, John gets romantic.
I do send flowers, and I'd hate to think if I sent you a bunch of flowers, you'd eat them.
Hello again, welcome back. Right now, it is a real family affair in our starter kitchen as Georgia's risole takes on her brother Nicholas's coupes. And Georgia, I have to tell you, there's a bit of controversy about your flowers.
Oh, well, you always have to make something
have a
look
look?
pretty. Yeah, sure.
And they're pansies, aren't they?
Yes.
And you expect them to eat the flowers, or they're just there for decoration?
They can eat them, the edible flowers. If the judges are saying, oh, they don't add taste, it adds taste through the eyes, because if it doesn't look good, you're going nowhere.
I like that. I like that. Take that, John Burton Race, I say. So let's see how your brother is getting along. They look beautiful.
Hopefully they taste beautiful.
Have you been keeping an eye on what your sister's been doing?
I've sabotaged it. She's got no chance.
I'm going to leave you to do the final few things. It is now time, please, to plate up.
So which Cypriot-inspired plate will smash it with the judges? Will Georgia's delicate risole stuffed with quail and a side salad bloom success? Or will younger brother Nicholas beat his sister for that place in the regional final with his pork coupes?
So it is time to settle this family argument. Who is the better cook, Georgia or Nicholas? Judges, time to get tasting, please. And let's start with Georgia's quail risole. Julie, what did you think?
Georgia, that looked so lovely and so sophisticated, actually. Your lovely little embellishment with the flowers. I have to say, these guys, they're men. They don't understand flowers. I think that the flavours are great, and you just had the right amount of spice, just gives it a little bit of exoticness.
Right, John.
Right, OK. I think the salad is absolutely delicious. I love the basil in there and all the herbs. No, I'm not a fan of flowers on food at all. I do send flowers, and I'd hate to think if I sent you a bunch of flowers, you'd eat them.
Depends what you sent me, John.
But getting to the main thing, this little quail job here, love it. Absolutely delicious. I think you've done a really good job.
Go on, eat the pansy. Go
No,
on,
I can't eat that.
John.
No, I can't.
Oh. All right, Ed.
It's succulent, it's juicy, it's delicious. I'd like a big, long platter of them.
Yeah.
Lie down on the chaise longue and just slow them.
Enough of Ed's private fantasies, I think. Should we move on to Nicholas's coupes? I need someone to stop eating so I can ask you what you think. Go on then, Ed.
The meat inside's been beautifully caramelised. Maybe a pinch of seasoning, but very well made. A lovely way to start a meal, I think. Just simple, clean flavours, very tasty.
So as you lie on your chaise longue with your...
Oh, half and half.
6 foot, right, they'll be joining us.
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
platter.
half and
Okay.
half. Perfect.
Right, Julie.
I love his mouse, but that is just the beginning of it. I love the dish, actually. I think that the crisp crunch on the outside of these bombs is just marvellous. I think it's a very, very well-produced, well-thought-out dish. And, hey, you're aiming for the stars, I think.
So is it out of this world for you as well, then, John?
Yes, Mary, I love this dish. I think, Nicholas, you've done a really good job. Ed's right, you need some salt in here. Yeah. The lemon juice, mouse or no mouse, is essential because you need that acidity to bring out all the lovely flavours of the salad. I love the texture of the bulgogi. I love it. It's a lovely dish. They're both fantastic dishes. I think it's going to be very difficult.
Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, so hopefully they find beauty in my dish.
I think they'll find it in mine.
I doubt it, Georgia, I doubt it.
Don't be too cocky.
I'm not, I'm just stating a fact.
Nicholas and Georgia will hear the judges' verdicts at the end of the show. Now the judges have to make some really important decisions, don't they? But before they do, let's have a quick reminder of today's starters.
It was fisticuffs in the starter kitchen when brother and sister competed with their Cypriot-inspired meze dishes. Georgia's risole stuffed with quail didn't fail to impress, whilst Nicholas dished up a dazzler with his pork coupes. But who will win the family food fight?
All right, so judges, you really need to put them out of their misery. Who's going to win this battle of the siblings? Ed?
Well, Nicholas, I loved your coupes. I thought they were delicious. And, of course, Georgia the quail, fantastic. And I said I'd like a long platter with them both on there, but, of course, I could only choose one. So which platter would it be? For me, I have to say it would be the quail. I'd have a platter of the quail made by Georgia.
OK, Ed, thank you very much indeed. John, what do you think?
I think, like Ed, really, that they're two fabulous dishes, and if it was a platter and I was sitting on the beach underneath the sun with a large bottle of wine, which platter would I want? For me, it would be yours, Nicholas. I'd have your plate. Well done.
OK, 1-1. Julie is going to settle this.
It's rather an awful position to be in, isn't it, Mary, really? Very talented pair of cooks who happen to be brother and sister. You both cook really well, and I'm not going to mess about. I'm going to cut straight to the chase and say which dish I preferred today, and that one is Nicholas's coupes.
Nicholas, you beat your big sister. Congratulations.
Good luck.
Oh, well done, Nicholas. I think you did brilliantly. Georgia, I think it was an extremely close thing. So Nicholas has grabbed a place in Friday's regional final.